Welcome back to our final Naked Gun review as part of our Naked Gun movie review series. Now, this is a new release, so you might be jumping in here. If you haven't seen our other ones, feel free to check them out. We reviewed the original trilogy, and here we're watching the new Naked Gun 2025, 31 years after the last one. Pretty wild.
Yeah,
And
crazy.
I'm here to talk about it, but with our reviews, as always, we don't talk about anything beforehand, so we don't know how we're feeling about it. We're going to start with a gut check score out of 10. All right, so we're going to hold up our paddles, and that's the score we're thinking of giving this movie going in. We'll talk about it, and we'll lock in scores at the end. All right?
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1, flip. 7.5.
I have a 6.5.
Wow, okay.
I,
Okay.
I'm I so the thing about this movie is that I don't quite know how to feel about it because I laughed a lot,
Uh-huh.
but I also felt like it was just missing something and I could not put my finger on it the whole time as
Hmm.
I was watching it. But I did laugh quite a bit in the movie theater.
Here's the thing, I
A
think.
lot more than I was expecting to.
Yeah, I think as someone who's loved the original Naked Gun for a long time now, I think it's got the similar energy. It's
Mm.
funny and it's really stupid. A lot of it's really stupid, and that's really the spirit of it. Um, for me, like I laughed a lot. I think there's still it's got that energy of like there's enough gags and jokes per minute. But it's not as much as the original, but there
I,
still
I
is
think
that.
that I think that to me was kind of what was sort of I think that to me it was kind of bumping me a little bit about it. But I also like because like when I left the theater, I was kind of like I was even milder than this. I felt like I had an even lower score. But as I
Hmm.
thought about it more, I was like, well, at the same time though, it's like I do have to like come in and be like, okay, well the landscape of films has changed. The landscape of comedy has changed. It like in the sense that like you can't really make a movie that's like that in the exact same way anymore. So it's like it can't be quite as like boom 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 in terms of the pacing of it because I just
Hmm.
feel like I don't know, I feel like a lot of times with a lot of comedy it's like they you want to try to give some people a little bit of room to breathe. I felt like there was the timing was giving you a little bit more room to breathe in that aspect. But that being said, there were still some pretty jam packed
Yeah,
moments and little things that like particularly in the police squad station. It's just lots of stuff going on in the background still, like in the old ones.
yeah.
It's just like weird or hilarious.
I think
So
it's a lot of fun. I think I laughed a lot. I do think there were jokes that just didn't land for me, for sure.
mm,
And some of them
hmm
went on like a little too long, like it already didn't land, and then it would go on a little too long. I'm like, okay, but it wasn't anything horrible to me, and I did
mm,
enjoy it. To me, what holds it back in my score, the only thing keeping me from going higher is because there are borrowed, recycled jokes. And it's more apparent we just watched the originals.
yeah, yeah.
So I understand that yes, it's been decades. So they're like, man, this is some good stuff. Maybe we should just like throw it in there
Use it again.
for the new viewers, like the 1,000 bad guys caught. That was like immediately
Oh yeah,
like, okay, we're
this,
doing
he
that
did that
again.
again.
And but
Yeah,
what was interesting was like it would have been fine if there were quick throwaway ones, but then they would do it in like pivotal scenes. Like they did the whole joke of Frank, I'm the luckiest woman in the world, and he's like, me too. And but it was like at a big
yeah,
like after the big climax and everything.
yeah,
So that I take points off a little bit for that because it
yeah.
is a little unoriginal in that aspect, but I did think there's still enough new stuff here that made it worthwhile, and I think it's a fun time, especially if you
Well,
turn your brain off and just enjoy it. It's
well, there's one sequence in particular that was I think the funniest part, what I found, I think I laughed the most at this part, a certain sequence. I don't want to like go into too many spoilers right off the
Uh-huh.
bat because this is kind of a fresh movie, and I don't want to spoil too much right off the bat here. There was one sequence that like would not have belonged in the older Naked Gun movies that is in here, and I loved it because it was like it was absurdist in like a completely in a very like 2025 kind of way.
Hmm.
Um, and I loved it, and it was so strange and uncomfortable and hilarious that I couldn't stop laughing. Like I was just laughing the whole
Hmm.
time through it. And which was great. You know, that was like, okay, like that's worth this being made, like right alone. Like the fact that I laughed as much as I did during that sequence is like, okay,
Yeah.
this movie's got something.
And the soundtrack is good. I
It's
like
great.
I like the noir music is back. It's
Mm-hmm.
like straight out of the originals. I like that part of the score as well. There's some definite. I mean, there's plenty of homages to the original, but I appreciated that. One thing you did say going into this is like they need to have that intro, and they didn't have the intro. That was one thing.
Yeah,
And then when we got to the credits, then it was like, oh,
they did the intro.
that's just
It
the
was just
original.
it's just they
I was
recycled
like,
the
man,
original one. Yeah.
that was a missed opportunity. I think they could have done a
Yeah.
fun modern one, and just
Uh
throw in
huh.
stupid like over the top like modern stuff like AI, some AI shit going on or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
They could have really had fun with it. I think it's not that hard to do. They so that would have been cool instead of just they threw the original intro in at the end.
Mm.
And the credits, like there's a couple little jokes in there, but they're not as funny as the
The
original.
song is really the main
Yeah.
joke, I think, which is
Well, they did
good.
have Weird Al. Okay, so they checked
A
that.
lot more prominently than I was expecting too.
Yeah.
I was very happy with Weird Al being as prominent as he was in the movie, and that made me very happy.
Yeah.
So,
I'd say the stuff that kind of worked for me the most is again similar to the original. I like a lot of the couple dynamic stuff.
yeah,
It's always just fun.
they have well, here's the thing, they're dating now.
Yeah, yeah.
So they have a lot of really good on-screen chemistry, even though they're doing comedy stuff. They actually like
Mhm.
they work kind of pretty well together on screen. So it
Like
was,
when she took
it
the
was fun.
chair. Stuff like that is
Yeah,
like, okay, that's a
take a
very
seat.
Then Gun
Yeah.
humor thing
Oh,
that wasn't done before.
very.
I like that.
Yeah. You take a seat? No, thanks. I already have plenty at home.
and then and then later she's like, you know what, I will take that, and just drags.
uh,
There's a lot of fun stuff like that. I think Liam Neeson is pretty good. It's hard to
mhm,
follow up Leslie Nielsen. I think it's noticeably
it
like he's
is.
definitely not
It
as
is.
strong as Leslie Nielsen.
Mhm.
But I do like even just seeing a couple interviews where he understood the assignment. He was like, I always told myself I'm not trying to be funny, play it serious.
Right.
I was cast for a
Right.
reason,
Right.
So
That's man. He does that.
yeah.
He does that. So
I do really enjoy Pamela Anderson though. She
no,
was
she's
fun.
great. Yeah. No, I think she was great. Yeah, like I said, they had really good chemistry. I mean, I just think she's just great as in general. She's like a true crime sort of like pulp novel writer.
Yeah.
Which is they make a few jokes about that, and that's fun. Um,
It was such an interesting random choice. Eliza Koshy has this random role as this detective.
oh yeah,
I mentioned that a while ago when we were talking
yeah,
about this movie coming out that she was one of the names listed. I was like, that's random. She's just there, and
yeah. It was kind of random.
I mean, she works for it. That's good. But Kevin Durand was like one of the villain guys,
Mm.
and then Danny Houston is the main villain guy. How do we feel about them?
I
You think
Danny
they fit the
Houston was
mold?
fantastic. I think he was fantastic
Hmm.
as the villain. I thought he was great. Like pretty much, yeah. He to me he went down with pretty much all the previous villains. I thought he really chewed the scenery really well.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love how the fact that, and this is in the opening sequence, but I love how the fact that the main MacGuffin is called the plot device.
Yes. Yes.
When I saw that come at when he got that out of the vault, I was just like, yes, this is what I'm here for, a plot device.
Mm. I did.
No, yeah, I thought he was really funny.
Yeah, they were fun. I was thinking because as I was watching, I was like, oh yeah, I don't even remember like hearing who the villain was of this movie. So I was like trying to think
Mm,
of what modern actor would really fit that hammy role that they usually go
mm,
for. So
hmm
not who I expected, but it worked for it. It's like who else could they have put in there? I wonder. Like they could have
I feel like just off the top of my head, I just thought of
Al Pacino.
no, he was in Better Call Saul. Um,
Which one? Bob
guy,
Odenkirk.
guy plays no, not Bob Odenkirk. He might be kind of fun though. But I was actually thinking of Michael McKean.
Who
So
does he
Chuck.
play?
He was Chuck in Better Call Saul.
Okay, yeah,
Michael McKean could be
yeah.
because the thing is he got his chops as a comedy actor
Mm-hmm.
as well. So like I feel like he would be pretty good as like as kind of a corny villain. He's
Mm-hmm.
done a good job with doing serious stuff, but
Yeah.
he can pump up the melodrama a little bit, you know.
So
But yeah, no, honestly, who he had was great. I thought I did a really great job.
yeah. I think they recycled a couple jokes from Naked Gun. Obviously, there's a lot of references to that,
Hmm
and they did also definitely took some inspiration from Airplane, which was 1980 comedy with
Mm.
similar sense of humor. And I noticed a joke structure they took from there. I forget exactly what the joke was, but it was like something about we need to take down the Capitol, or it was some building, and they were like, oh, that's gonna be hard to do. It's a building. Yeah, they were like they take it literally what they
Yeah.
said about
Oh
the
yeah.
building.
Right.
That was
Right.
something they did a lot in Airplane, and it's like
hmm
so they definitely got inspiration from that, which makes sense. Yeah, I appreciate it. It was definitely unique to comedies you see today. You don't really see this kind of absurdist, nonsensical, the serious delivery with these shenanigans. You don't see that kind of comedy these days. So it was
Yeah.
refreshing
Not
in that
not very
way.
often.
So
Yeah. I think there was one of the I noticed one of the executive producers. I know because Fuzzy Door Productions was involved in the making of this. So I saw there was definitely a hand in the on the controls a little bit with Seth MacFarlane,
hmm
and I think that's a smart choice because like say what you will about a lot of his genre, his oeuvre of comedy, he gets like he this is like the genre of like slapstick comedy from like the 80s and 90s. That's like he loves that. You can that he loves that stuff. So it's like to me, it makes sense that there you could tell there was a little bit of that DNA in there. I know he didn't have like complete creative control or anything like that, but I know that there was some guiding hands there in the production of this. So, um,
yeah.
and I think that's smart, especially because like I mean, in particular the sequence felt very much like a cutaway gag on
Mm.
Family Guy, I would say. Or even just like the crane operating thing.
hmm
That
yeah.
actually felt both like kind of modern, but that felt like a gag that was straight out of Naked Gun. Like you could have had something like
Yeah.
that right in one of those movies. So,
Yeah, I
um,
was in the movie theater, so I didn't write down as much as I did with the other ones. I write down all the jokes that stood out to me,
yeah, yeah,
so it's harder to remember them.
hmm
But yeah, I'm looking forward. We're gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it again tomorrow with my family, so it'll be fun.
mm,
But my biggest concern coming into it is will they do it justice? Will they understand what made Naked Gun work and really, um, when we were talking about it last time, I was thinking to bring something like the Naked Gun back, I feel like they had to have felt like they could do it, and there
yeah,
was a reason for it because it's not like instant gold mine Naked Gun. It's not just the easiest cash grab in the world. So
right. Like I don't know how much legs this has at the box office.
Mm-hmm.
I know it has a fairly
a lot of hands in the poster. You see that
there
poster?
are a lot of hands in the book. Because it did have a pretty modest budget, at least in compared to most budgets around now. But like, I think it still has to make a decent chunk of change to still make a profit. So, I kind of hope it does. I feel like they don't necessarily need to make more after this, but it felt like it was a little bit rewarded in terms of I think it did probably as much amount of justice that you can do for a movie like that in kind of the current landscape.
And actually modernizing the concept pretty well too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would definitely not be mad at sequels at all, because they could definitely get some other interesting actors in there for the villains and stuff to make it fun. But I'd be surprised, honestly, because I don't know how well it's gonna do. It's not the biggest name recognition.
Right.
If I were to ask anybody, most people my age, unless I've specifically shown them the Naked Gun, they probably don't know what the Naked Gun is.
Right.
So I wonder how much appeal it got outside of people who knew what Naked Gun was. Like, did people see that and actually were compelled to watch? Because essentially the teaser, at least, I don't know what the full trailer looked like, but the teaser focused on that scene where you're first introduced to Frank Jr. as a little girl, and that was like,
oh, okay.
There was that, and then there was the OJ joke, were the two main things in the teaser.
Oh, so that I'm so glad I didn't get that spoiled then, because that OJ joke, I died. That was so good.
Yeah.
I love how it cut to all the all the police officers like talking to the counterparts from in Police Squad past. I love that. That was so funny. Oh, I want to give a huge shout out. I loved CCH Pounder. She was awesome.
Yeah.
She's always been. I've loved her in basically everything I've seen her in. Like, I remember she was on. There was a TV show she was on back in the day that we used to watch. I loved her on that. What was that called? I don't know, something on CBS, one of those crime shows that was on Sunday nights. She was in that. I really liked her a lot in that. Or maybe she was in. Was she an NCIS spinoff? Is that the one she was in? Or am I thinking of something else?
Wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know.
She fits the mold pretty well.
I feel like she was on one of those CBS shows. I don't remember which one. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I've liked her. She was yes, one of those. I've liked her in everything she's in. And I thought she was great. She was very funny in this. Well, bring him here.
Yeah. So you do want to get into spoilers? You have more to share specifically?
Yeah. Well, I want to. Yeah. So I do want to highlight specifically just the one sequence. So, the snowman, the getaway sequence.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I completely forgot about it until just now.
So bonkers. It was like it felt very much like it's not like this wouldn't have really been a thing in the earlier Naked Gun movies, but it worked super well here. Like there was like montages and stuff, but it was never like that absolutely absurd where they did an evil like a
whole side plot.
There's a whole side plot where they did an incantation to bring a snowman to life, and then they had him as like a third in their sex life on their vacation.
And I forget what song they play, but it was like it fits so perfectly.
Yeah. It's that I can't remember that name of that song, but yeah, I know the tune of that.
Together. Yeah. All right. Yeah, there was a lot of moments that had a great score or soundtrack to accompany it. It's great. Anything else? So we did have Busta Rhymes was in the
yes. Yeah.
Quite a rap sheet you have here. And the tiniest of Priscilla Presley cameo was that she reacted to something on TV.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that until you reminded me. That's right. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, It was very much like a blink and you
I'm
miss
surprised they didn't
it
give
too.
her more of a role. Honestly, like she probably would have
Yeah.
done it. But Dave Bautista
Oh yeah, Dave Bautista
randomly
has a
stood
nice.
in
That's a
for him.
fun. That's a great. That's a good little cameo there. Yeah, I like Weird Al as he's the entertainer of the crooked billionaires at the end of the world. So
Mm-hmm.
he's hi all you corrupt billionaires. And
Yeah.
did you stay to the very end of the credits
Yeah.
because he shows up there.
It's fun. It was fun. So yeah, I was delightfully surprised. I thought this was a treat. Honestly, compared to what I expected, I was like had zero expectations, and I had fun with it. I had fun with it. So that's where I have it currently. Like, I think it's slightly better than the third one. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah,
But
it's like it's tough because it's like I I still can't quite put my finger on it because like I'm not there's nothing about it where I ever felt for a moment that I was like I'm not enjoying the movie because I was still having a fun time. I was laughing pretty consistently. I had fun. I think maybe it just is in the I think maybe what did bump me other than kind of what we previously said was just like the reuse of jokes. But to me, it was almost like maybe if we hadn't watched the movies ahead of time, if we hadn't done our homework here, I feel like it probably would work just fine. Like it would,
yeah,
I wouldn't have even thought of anything of it. Probably.
yeah,
Um,
because I'm curious what my family will think of
yeah.
this movie. A bunch of different like my brother watches movies obviously more
Hmm.
regularly, but he's not like the biggest Naked Gun fan. My
Hmm.
mom, I've watched some Naked Gun with her, but she's much more casual moviegoer.
Hmm.
And my girlfriend, I've watched some Naked Gun with her. She's more casual too, so I'm curious if the jokes will land as much because they did have some weirdly like kind of outdated jokes, but it was like intentional. Where it was
Hmm.
like, what was that one? The whole joke he had about
Fergie,
there was the Black Eyed
the
Peas.
Black Eyed Peas,
Yeah,
which I was like, that was
that
kind
was
of
weird.
that's it. Yeah, that was weird. I
That
was
was the one that
like,
didn't land for me. It was like, okay,
yeah,
interesting, but
I was sort of like,
didn't laugh.
huh? Yeah, I was kind of bumped by that one too. I was like, what?
But he had the whole thing with like the what was the cable, the like the some sort of streaming thing he had going on.
TiVo
TiVo, yes.
with Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That was like such a random, like
That was very Family Guy. That felt extremely
yeah,
Family Guy to me, or just Seth MacFarlane in general. It could have been an American Dad
yeah,
joke, for anything. That felt yeah, that one felt very much in that Hoover. Like I feel like that was a joke that went on maybe a little. That was one of the ones I felt maybe went on a little too
yeah.
long. Even though I did like the resolution of it at the end where he's hugging it in the back of the car
Hmm.
as he's driving off.
Yeah, there's a couple that are just
Uh,
a little bit too long,
hmm.
but you know, again, nothing egregious for me, and
Yeah,
I mostly enjoyed.
yeah, they didn't overly linger. I will say like even for stuff that didn't land, maybe stuff that went a little too long, they didn't like linger uncomfortably on anything. I didn't feel. Um, I did like the running gag of the coffee. The coffee running gag was so good. When that started immediately, I was like, "Oh, I feel like I'm kind of at home right now." Because like this is like straight out of if it was like the perfect comedy, where it's just that they just drop it on the ground and get a new one.
Yeah.
And I love there was like one shot too where it like it pans he puts it down, it like pans down from that and up, but it's just like covered in like tons of used coffee cups and other things.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Yeah. Yeah.
this is just a normal thing at the office. Um or when Pamela Anderson when she like drying her drying her tears and then she throws the tissue in the basket, it goes like whoop because of the
Yeah.
coffee because of where they had put the coffee already. So yeah, all the stuff with the coffee jokes were pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
That that got me. Or him running over the bike.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was another one that was very much Airplane. Like they literally did
Yeah.
that in Airplane, where they just ran over some dude in a bike casually. All right, let's do final score.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, flip. 7.5.
I came up to a 7.
Tarqaron
I
score is
think
7.25.
I think this is a very watchable movie. I think I will say people I didn't like I haven't like gone out and sought like
Yeah,
people talking about this movie, but I've seen just in my casual like random Discord servers I'm a part of, I've seen people say like, "Hey, I went and saw it and it was hilarious."
yeah, it's definitely
Like
been
so
received well. I'm glad to see
that's
that.
good. That's encouraging. I like seeing that. I hope it kind of has some legs from word of mouth because I think it's worth it. I mean, like it's like not not as high for me as some of the other one. There's the other three. I think I gave the 3 a 7. I don't remember actually.
7.5.
I gave it a 7.5. Yeah, not quite as high for me for the other ones, but like it's it's definitely like I can go back to the theaters and watch it again, and I'll still be laughing. So, um,
Right.
so yeah, I mean, I think that speaks in and of itself. We came in here, we didn't think, we thought it would be lucky if we got like a 6.5 out of here. I think
That
like
was the
as a total,
trajectory.
yeah. And then we got on par with the third one. I think is pretty telling that this is still pretty quality
Yeah.
comedy film.
I mean, it's going to
So
be received way better than the sequels to Naked Gun were.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
from what I've
Well,
seen.
I think it's been reviewed generally quite well, like by critics too. Critics seem to really
Yeah.
like it. So
So I'm
um,
saying, all in all, we've got the Naked Gun trilogy and then the Naked Gun 2025. And ultimately, so if we go through our scores, Naked Gun 1 had 8.75.
mhm.
Naked Gun 2.5 had an 8. Naked Gun 33 and a third had a 7.25. Naked Gun 2025 had a 7.25. So it literally went down slowly, but yeah.
It's not
So
we're not coming here with a 4 or anything like that. This
mm-mm.
movie didn't stink. It wasn't a bad comedy. No, it was good. I laughed. I was
So,
very happy to be laughing in a movie theater, like openly.
yeah.
So
So I would actually rank it 1, 2, 4, 3. You would rank? Would you rank it 1, 2, 3, 4?
I'd probably go. I would probably go like yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, one. Probably that, yeah. But like 3 and 4 are like
Because
pretty
we
similar to me. I
swapped
know.
essentially with these last
Yeah,
two. Like
yeah,
I had the 7.5 for this one. You had 7.5 for the
yeah,
last one.
yeah,
But great stuff. Great stuff. And
yeah. I mean,
that's
I would say for what it's worth, I would say this one is probably more. I think even though I did rate the third one high, it's probably not as rewatchable to me as the first two were. I would say this is actually probably more rewatchable than than 3. So
the jokes will land more for modern
yeah,
audiences than three.
I think so. Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's it. Another movie review series under our belt. This was our 8th movie review series that we've done.
yeah.
So
It's a it was a fun comedy series, and I'm glad because I don't know when I ever would have watched these if it
yeah,
hadn't been for Zach kind of being like, yeah, let's do these, and I'm glad we were able to do that because it's been a lot of fun getting
but
through these.
when we gotta do our ranking of the movie review series or movie series that we've reviewed. I wonder what the scores say. I
Yeah,
think
average scores of all of them.
the scores would say The Godfather was the best. I'm sure.
Well, yeah,
I think 7.25 is what Part 3 got the first time, if I remember correctly. Um,
yeah,
so this one, and Godfather Part 3, they're right
yeah.
there.
It's right on the same. It's right there, right on the same thing. What's interesting because with those you could average out the series to see like what the average series rating is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting because like Shrek and Harry Potter will be like kind of dragged down a little bit by the lessers in the
Yeah, and
in
we
there
should we should clarify if we do this. Are we gonna have Puss in Boots: The Last Wish will also be included in Shrek?
in Shrek.
I would
Yeah.
say,
Well, that would actually help it boost it back up again
yeah.
significantly.
I'd say it
So
probably should, even though it's like we
probably
technically
should.
finished the series and that was just later. But I guess
Yeah.
anything that gets added in should be part of it.
Yeah. Probably should.
So
Yeah. Harry
story
Potter
for
will be
another day.
dragged down by those Fantastic Beast
Not so fantastic
abominations.
beasts.
Not so Fantastic Beasts. Even though I do like the first one quite a lot.
What do you think?
Those second two are
What do you think
just
has
horrible.
the lowest average of our reviews? Is it Halloween Town?
Probably Halloween Town. You know, all the credit to it, but
And we had Ghostbusters had a couple good ones, and then a couple that really bring it down.
Yeah.
But Star Wars mixed bag, really mixed.
It's
bag.
that might be the most mixed bag because some of these are just like it's a mixed bag even sometimes between us. You know, I thought I kind of like Solo, and you thought Solo was horrible, so.
No one has thought about Solo since that movie came out.
I do. I'm the only one. I'm the last person that's defending that schlock.
And yeah, Shrek's mostly good.
Yeah, it is mostly good. 1, 2, and 4 are both pretty high. I think
And
3 is
then
really kind of the outlier.
Puss in Boots is pretty good, and then Last Wish was really high. So yeah, I'll be interested to see that. Maybe we do the retrospective after we do 2 more movie review series. We got 10.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
We'll look back.
But who knows? That could be a while though, because we don't exactly do them every day.
Well, I do have one I would maybe posit to you because there's a movie coming out in October. It wouldn't be a very long movie series because there's only 2 movies preceding it.
I did not
that's
know
Tron.
what that is. Okay. Yeah. Tron.
There's only true Tron movies, but now there's going to be a third one coming out in October. So
And it'll be Tree.
I'm pretty excited about it. So
okay, maybe so.
Maybe it'd be a really easy one. It's just 2 weeks, and then that. The only trick with that is I think it's in October, and if it's in October, that's going to be right in the midst of our horror month. So
we'll see. I'm still pushing for Trolls, so we'll see what one comes out on top.
Trolls? Why would you do that?
I want a really shitty weird one in there. Also, like a random one like Madagascar, like some random series like that.
That would be weird.
Oh, you know what I was thinking the other day? The weirdest series and the most unnecessarily long one. Not Ice Age.
Oh,
Land Before Time.
Oh God, why? I watched Jenny Nichols or Jenny Nicholson.
Something like that.
I can't remember her name now. Why? I'm sorry, Jenny, but I watched her review. She went through all of them. I don't need to watch.
I've only watched.
I don't need to watch them.
I mean, when I was very young, a couple of them, but there's like so many of them. That'd be so funny.
The first one. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the first one. I think it's a tragedy what happened to the first one, because they cut like 14 minutes of fully finished animated footage that were like burned and destroyed, so we'll literally never see it.
Why they do that?
I don't know. So
the spiteful
scary to the children. No, it's scary to the children, and they I guess it was some very intense footage, and they cut it up. Cut it back.
They're like, burn this. This could never be seen again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they felt the need to destroy it. I guess Don Bluth just felt that way.
Destroy this.
Which I'm a huge fan of his movies. They're just beautifully animated, gorgeous animation. But I'm a big Secret of Nim fan. I love that movie, and of course, Dragon's Lair is a beautiful game, lovely animation.
Yeah. But I just think an oddball one like that would be interesting, but
that'd be crazy. Ice Age is kind of I would consider as unnecessarily long. Aren't there like 6 of them? Aren't there like 6 Ice Age movies? Yeah.
but I've always said Halloween would be a fun series because I went through
That
those
would
a
be
couple
fun.
years ago, and
I think
it's
that would
like
be a lot of fun.
all over the place. There's 3 that are just named Halloween. I mean, there's all so many different timeline reset.
There's like 3 reboot ones. Like,
And also Jackass is another really weird one that would be fun.
well, yeah. Well, the thing with Halloween is that there's like 3 quote unquote sequels to Halloween, the original. Like
Yeah,
there's
there's
Halloween 2, there's H20, which is
right.
that's a sequel to Halloween 1 and maybe 2. And then
The
there's Halloween, the
yeah,
2018 one,
yep,
which kind of also ignores Halloween 2.
yeah.
So
And then yeah, there's a bunch in the middle, and then they do a little the Rob Zombie too, and
the Rob
then
Zombie ones, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a mess. And I feel like
It's a mess.
that could potentially be our lowest average right there because they're like
But
mostly not good.
evil dies tonight, Zach.
I
Evil dies
know.
tonight.
Oh, I know.
When I haven't seen it, but when I saw clips of that, I was like, this is kind of embarrassing. I was like, this is not
You might
good.
love it. You might love it.
I might love that Evil dies tonight.
Yeah. I think the first 3 would be
Mhm.
good scores. I think
Mm.
H20
So
I
I've
like. It could potentially be
I
a good
have seen
score.
I've seen the first one. I think I've seen part of the second one. The first one is phenomenal, fantastic
Yeah.
movie. Second one I've seen like a little bit of. I know like generally about like Halloween 3, but what I know about it, I know I would love it.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
anything past that, it's kind of hard to know.
And all the rest, I have a hard time giving any good score to. Probably, even though I had a lot of
Mm.
fun watching it, it was a lot of like poking fun at it, along the way of the shenanigans we get into. But yeah. Anyway, we're just talking at this point. We're talking about the future, the
Talking about the future.
hypotheticals.
So yeah. Anyway, Naked Gun, go see it. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not
Yeah.
too highly. Not
Well,
too
not
highly.
like it's not like the showstopper of the century or anything here, but if you want to go for some laughs, also under 90 minutes, huh? How
That's the
many
sweet spot.
movies can you go see that? It was beautiful. I was in and out. I enjoyed my time. I didn't feel like my time was getting wasted. I wasn't checking my watch. I was like, oh, the movie's over.
Oh, did
That's
they have
wonderful.
any Naked Gun popcorn buckets near you?
No, they only had Bad Guys 2 stuff, and I was
Interesting.
very
My brother,
and Smurfs, and I was pissed.
yeah, a lot of Smurfs out there.
Because which is funny because that movie is tanking really hard. So
my,
I don't, yeah,
my
because who
brother
cares?
pointed out that I didn't notice the first time watching. There apparently was a Naked Gun popcorn bucket,
Oh,
and it's a
I would
beaver,
have.
and it says "nice beaver" on it.
I did notice the beaver. That
That's
that made
right.
me chuckle. There was a beaver. The beaver was in the
Yeah.
background. Nice beaver.
So it's like I would think about getting it, but he said it's like $30. I'm like, it didn't look that good. It
Yeah,
was like a plastic ass beaver.
yeah. I spent too much money on. There's
Mhm.
it was the Thunderbolts one that I got has I spent way too much money on that. It was stupid, but I was like, it was like a Red Guardian bucket where it's like it has his helmet. It's like the helmet is like covering it, so you actually like open the helmet up to like get the popcorn. It was
See.
stupid.
All right. Well, thanks for watching our Naked Gun series or
Yeah,
Naked Gun review, whichever one you watched.
right.
If you haven't,
Thanks for sticking in with us.
yeah, if you haven't seen the original trilogy, check them out. They're worth
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Thank you for watching and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. Like the video, leave a comment letting us know your thoughts if you watched it. And in the meantime, it's a random Tarqaron video. You won't believe what video just popped up.
What?
It's a review of Solo, a Star Wars story, everybody.
That's incredible.
Wow.
That's fate right there.
Go check it out. Over 5 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Solo review. All right. Yeah. I
Cool.
remember almost nothing of that time.
It would have been almost 6 years ago now, so definitely over 5 years ago. It was 2019
Yeah.
was when the Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I was thinking about when it came out, and I was like, oh no, that was like, it was what, 2018 when that movie came out, and I was like, oh no, that was like 8 years, 7 years ago now.
So we reviewed it December 22nd, 2019. So
Yeah,
4 months from
crazy.
now will be
6
6 years since Solo,
Yeah.
the big milestone.
We crossed that huge milestone with that one.
And the description
Yeah.
says Lando and L3 have an even hotter relationship than Annie and Padme. I used to put some random descriptions like that.
Quote.
Nowadays, it'll always
Yeah.
be a quote
Yeah.
of,
A
or
quote of
most of the
something
time,
we
it'll be a
used.
quote from the
Yeah.
movie. You know.
Oh, from the movie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like what? Let's
That's
see. What did I put for Edge of Tomorrow? Come find me when you wake up. See, I'll just put that. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Good one. That's a good quote. Good quote.
Naked Gun 33. Like a blind man at an orgy. I was gonna have to feel things out. Yeah.
It's very true.
All right, that's it.
All right. Cool. Yeah. All right.
Take
Thanks for sticking
care.
around, everybody. Hey.